In this video, we are cleaning the interior of the truck camper, but first we have a Zoom call with our daughter, Michaela. We still don't know what kind of critter is living in the camper, but we haven't heard it for a while. Perhaps it's packed its bags.
Hey, baby.
Hey, Michaela.
Hey. All right, so we got the exterior clean. It looks really good, but now we have to start on the inside. You know, we're going to be tearing a lot of this out, but until then, I want to get some of this stuff out. It's got a lot of black mold because we don't want to be breathing it in. We got respirators to use because there's frog,
Feces,
snake,
all kinds
rat,
of stuff.
mouse. I mean, it's covered in feces. It's up the walls, it's on the floor, it's in the cupboards. It's everywhere. There's frog skeletons in there, snake skin. There's something living in the ceiling. I'm not kidding. Part of me says we should just hose it down at first.
I would saturate everything.
Yeah, this is not a common cleaning thing.
All right, so let's talk about the sink and the appliances, the metal handles to the cupboard doors and stuff like that, the doorknobs. What would you use to clean that?
Do you have the stainless steel cloth?
Yes, as a matter of fact, it's wet because I used it today. What about the wood? The cabinets are a laminate, so you can't use anything real strong on them.
Just use a very barely damp environment cloth. Me
Okay.
too, but I would definitely use the window. And the window cloth also shines things.
I think this would be okay for the sink, maybe the toilet, but not the faucet because it's that really cheap faucet.
It cleans really well, but it does scratch something.
Maybe the metal trim around the window, or is it too harsh for
Yeah,
you?
and you can use the EnviroCloth for all that too. That's what I do.
Probably the EnviroCloth is going to do most everything. If you are interested in any Norwex, we're going to put this link in the description below, and she is definitely the one to ask about this.
Well, we should mention that we purchased these items. These aren't given to us. We're not being sponsored by Norwex, or we're not being sponsored by Michaela.
Well, and you guys won't be inhaling all of those chemicals either because you're only cleaning with water and maybe sometimes that paste.
That's a good point.
Because we're already going to be inhaling enough at the beginning, just tearing this thing apart with the black mold. So, all right, baby, thanks a lot. So, you sure you don't want to come down and help us clean this baby
I
out?
was just thinking that I got married and moved at the right time.
The plan for today is to clean the interior of the truck camper. We're going to at least get all the grime and gunk cleaned out of it so it's safer for us to work on the camper.
Sure.
So what we're doing first is getting all the obvious garbage out.
Here, let me be humane about this.
We don't want to be humane about a cockroach. That thing will get in Jenna's house. Everyone thinks you're insane.
Found the key. There really are a few things in here we could use. Unused silicone, that's good. Put that to the side.
We can reuse this little dustpan, and I'm going to see about this stool, if we can do something with it. I'm obviously not going to use this percolator, but in honor of the last owner, I am going to repurpose it as a flower pot.
Look what fall off from the inside here.
It's a mud dauber nest. This is all definitely going to go.
Okay.
Hmm.
Oh my word. Ah, there's the head. Look at that. See those eyes?
Awesome.
Nice.
There were resin lice in here. I mean, look at this.
All over the place.
What I don't understand is how they're capable of pooping on the wall. This is what we're dealing with right now. Hey, Barry, if I scream, you come running. We're going to just get as much of this out as possible. Shop vac probably, broom. This will not be perfect, but at least we won't be breathing this in while we're in here. We're taking a little break right now because the respirators have completely worn us out. Barry got done with his part of it, and now I'm going to go back in with water and soap and clean down some of it. I'm not going to do a real great job of it, but the thing is that as I knock down the poop off the sides of the walls, I noticed there was a lot of residue left. We don't want to be breathing any of it in, so I'm just going to get it clean enough so that we feel safe.
Oh, that's really picking up the dirt.
I know, I can't believe it. I'm using the Ultra Power detergent from Norwex. This thing is so gross.
Yikes.
There's really, I'm just getting the residue. I think I'm making it worse. Do you think I'm making it worse by just stirring it up?
Yeah, we're gonna take it out anyway. Why don't
All right.
you just
Let's take this thing out one of the first things.
wipe it down?
This is stuff I have fallen in love with right here. What does smell good?
Does it smell? It's like a lime smell, lemon.
This place smells totally different in here than it did when we came in here today too, just from us cleaning it.
Don't get it looking too nice. We might not replace it.
No, we're replacing this. It's not deep enough. If anything is still living in here, which we haven't heard it today, it's probably not going to like how clean this is now. This wall was covered in poops. All of them were. So I'm just getting the residue off. I'm using the paste still and the EnviroCloth. I would hope that we could save some of this. You can see it's just in bad shape.
Yeah, it's this particle board is what it is anyway to begin with.
But it looks better than it did.
Yeah, just getting the toxic stuff out of here as much as we can. That's the goal today, actually.
All right. What a difference. And really, we didn't put that much into it. It wasn't an easy job. I don't want to give that impression, but we got it so it's more workable. It's definitely a safer working space. But I really can't believe we got this as clean as we did just by putting just a little bit of effort into this. It cleaned up really well. I'm really impressed with that Ultra Power detergent from Norwex. taking the towel off the window and opening that up made a huge difference in here. I think Barry wants to put a big window here, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm all for it now. It really makes things a lot lighter in here. This is damp red. We use this quite a bit, especially being down here in the south. It absorbs moisture. So we don't really need to have one this big typically for a space this small, but because it's going to be sitting out here in the humidity and the heat for so long without having any electricity to it, we went ahead and got a big one. We use this in our camper regularly when we travel or when we have to store it for some reason. It makes a huge difference because being down here in Alabama, it doesn't take long for mold and mildew to start to grow. Some of the more interesting things that we found today were some spices, chives, nutmeg, cinnamon. We found seal-tight silicone lubricated bowstring wax, adhesive toe warmers, and of course snake skins. We found a cockroach too. He's no longer with us. Another interesting thing we found was a pool cue. We are sure there's an interesting story to this. I was thinking we were going to find some mice skeletons. I was actually pretty surprised we didn't find any. Here's a little frog skeleton.
Well, that's a wrap for today. We feel like we got it clean enough that we won't dread stepping inside. Please subscribe and like this video to follow our truck camper renovation. And if you have any comments, suggestions, or advice, we'd love to hear from you in the comments below.